Hi everybody, Coach Dave here. I want to ask you a question. Usually people that want to fight with you or people that you've been in a fight with will ask you this question, but I want to ask you. You ready? Is that the best you've got? We're going to ask that in a minute, right after this. Hey everybody, we are live. We are 6 at 6 live with Coach Dave. Welcome everybody, and I want to ask you a question tonight. If you're on the replay or if you're coming in live, please do the following: swipe, follow, share. We need you to do all these things to get this word out as far as we can get it. Invite your followers. If you're on Twitter, tweet it and retweet it. If you're out there on YouTube, subscribe and like this video and my YouTube channel. And if you're on Facebook, share it out to your friends. And on Periscope, tap those hearts. Welcome everybody. We're going to ask you one question tonight, and let's see what the answer is. Is that the best you got? That's the question. Hi everybody, Coach Dave here. I am a life fulfillment coach. Welcome to the broadcast, and welcome. Come on in. We have a lot of things going on here, and I want to ask the question, is that the best you've got? But before we do, I want to share someone, a friend of mine here, partner of mine on Periscope. She is giving the best she's got, and I want to show you who she is and what she's doing. Her name is Shannon. She is with Survive and Thrive Live. Survive and Thrive is the name of her organization. She is For Humanities is her name on Periscope, and she is a cancer survivor. She's a cancer survivor, and she is helping people get their life back after the devastating effects of cancer in their life. She has an event coming up on October 14th in Stockton, California. You can get tickets for live stream if you can't be there at bit.ly/IWillSurvive17, $27 tickets. You can get tickets to be there in person at bit.ly/surviveandthrivelive, $47 per ticket. She's also paying for some of this event by sponsoring the Big Cup. And we know it affectionately as the big cup. And the Big Cup you can sponsor, put your company logo, your slogan, your name on that cup, and to do that, go to bit.ly/survive and thrive sponsor. And she not only will just show them your logo, tell them your slogan, show them your name, but she wants to know about your business so that she can tell them what you do and why they should care and why anyone should support you, and they will, because Shannon is awesome and she is doing a great job. She also has these links for other things. To be a vendor, go to bit.ly/survive and thrive vendor. And to be a volunteer, go to bit.ly/survive and thrive volunteer. She's also supporting some other good causes. Those are at bit.ly/fundraising for good. Hi everybody, I'm Coach Dave. I am a life fulfillment coach. I help you find your why, and then I coach through a specific process. And again, that is a specific process. It's not just something that we're trying to dial in. It's a specific process that helps you focus on your why, and then it guides you through to actually be able to achieve your goals and dreams based on that why, so that you can get unstuck. I tell everybody I am the Unstuck Coach. Welcome everybody. Thank you for coming on in. I appreciate it. You could be anywhere else, but you're here, and we are live 6 at 6. All right. Let me ask this question again. I'm going to show it up on the screen one more time. I want to know, and I'm asking, is that the best you've got? Is that the best you got? Think about that. I tell the story, some of you probably already heard part of this story, but I tell this story about when I went to work for a retailer. We resold things that were in pallets that we would get from Costco and Walmart and Kmart and Target and all those big, huge stores. They get their returns in. They give the customer an exchange or money back or whatever they do business-wise with them, and then they package them all up on, the customer says, hey, it's broken. Well, maybe it's broken, maybe it's not. But they package them all up on pallets. They wrap that plastic wrap around them, looks like saran wrap, and they ship them off to places like I used to work. And we would get them in. We would go online and look at the prices they sold for new, and we would mark them 60% off of that price if it appeared that the item was in working order. And that's what we would do. We would get items that were in working order, and we'd go ahead and do that. So I was doing that in the electronics department, and the fellow that was my supervisor one day came in and he told me, hey, you know, I'm going to tell him today that I'm leaving. I found a better job. And he said, I don't know what they're going to do. You may actually be in charge or maybe not. And I wasn't. They put a guy in over above me. They made another assistant manager. And Shatika, welcome. Come on in. So I was in this job, and they replaced the manager. And Shatika, we're asking the question today, is that the best you've got? And I'm this is a little story from when I actually was giving my best, and it just wasn't enough. Welcome. Come on in. Thank you. So what happened was I was in this job, and they got a new manager who was put above my position. And he and I sat down, and he said, okay, I want to know what you want to do here. And I said, I'll tell you, this is the way I work. I will come in every day, and I'll do the best that I can, and I won't screw around. I'll get the job done, and I'll do the best possible work I can every day, and that's my commitment to you. And he said, that's perfect. That's perfect. I can't ask any more than that. Okay, can't ask any more. So then, after a while, I believe it was probably about, I don't know, the 1 year mark, or maybe a little bit, a couple months after that, they called me in the office and they sat me down. They said, well, Dave, you know, you're just not doing good enough. And I said, okay, so tell me. And they said, oh, you're just not getting enough work done. And I said, well, I see people down at the other end, and they're screwing around and playing with the merchandise and breaking it and all that kind of stuff. And my supervisor was one of those, so it wasn't getting any brownie points by my saying that. But I said, nope. I said, you know, Mike and I, we sat down and we had a conversation, and it went like this. Dave, if you do the best you can every day, just come in and do the best you can, that will be good enough, and I won't ask you any more than that. And they said, well, have you been? I said, yeah, I've been coming in and doing the best I can. And they said, well, you're not getting enough work done. And I said, okay, hold on. I'm doing the best that I can, and if my best isn't good enough, I don't know why you're out there, or rather why you're not out there looking for somebody to either replace me or to work with me. And I don't get this, because how can I do more than the best I can? You can't do any more than the best you can do. Okay, so that's how that story went. And I said, just give me my papers, and I'll sign that I've received this, you know, that I'm on probation again, and I'll sign it and I'll go on. So anyway, here's the deal. The reason I'm asking this question is because, is that the best you got? I want to relate that not to the best that you can do, because sometimes you're having an off day. Sometimes you're having a really tough time. And sometimes it's not actually the best that you could possibly do if everything was going right. So I want to ask you this question in this way. Is that the best you've got? I want to know what people think. And I want to just present this idea. What is the best thing that you've got in your business, or in your job, or in your life, or in things that are going to be helping you along the way of what you need to get done. What are the best things in your process of living your life that you've got? What are the best things? Is that the best you've got? What is it? And that's a hard question to answer, but I think I came up with a pretty good answer, and I want to present this in a way that people are going to be thinking, what is the best you've got? And here's the best you've got. Hope is a great one. Christ is a great one. Your motivation is a great one. But let me tell you something that you've got that nobody else could possibly have, and it's going to be the one thing. That's right. That's very good. The one thing that you've got that nobody else can possibly even hope to grab a hold of, and that's you. It's you. And if you believe it or you don't believe it, the best thing you've got is you. Now, there isn't anybody else that can do you as good as you do it. And additionally, you can't do anybody else as good as they can do it, so stop trying. Stop trying that. It's not going to work. You are the best you that you can be. And in your situation, in your life, in your troubles, in your trials, you are the best thing. Now, you can rely on some other things that make the you even better. You can have a positive attitude. You can have a good outlook on life. You can have Christ making all of your decisions better decisions. But hey, Del, welcome. Come on in. And so the best that you've got is you. And you just need to realize that. You just need to make peace with the fact that the best thing you've got to work with is you. All right? So that is the best thing that you've got is you. You're the one doing it. You're the one being motivated. You're the one that is driving this car on the racetrack. You're the one that's walking this through. And don't cut yourself short. You know, there are a lot of things that can make the you a little bit better, but you're starting on the plus side already. You're starting on the plus side. Is that the best you've got? The best you've got, that item is you. And yeah, it is the best you've got. It's the best I have. There isn't anybody that can be as good me as I can. So I start from that point. I work my way forward. I realize that being fake is not happening. It's not a good thing. Thanks for inviting. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate all the hearts, guys. Thank you. So I just want to, this is kind of a short scope tonight, but I just wanted to spend about 10 or 15 minutes just saying, hey, you know, the best that you've got, yeah, that is the best I've got. And you know what? Not only is it the best you've got, but it is completely adequate to the task. Completely adequate to the task. I want you to just realize that. If you don't realize that already, let me tell you, you are completely adequate to the task. Not only are you the best that you've got, but God thinks that you're the best you've got. That's why He gave it to you. That's why He made you who you are. You have the ability to reach in and pull out the best out of that resource. Okay, some days you may not feel like it. Some days you may not feel like being persistent and consistent. Shatika, welcome. Definitely completely adequate to the task. I totally believe that about every person I come in contact with. You are completely adequate to the task. That's why God gave it to you. That's why He put you where you are, who you're around, and He put those people around you who are completely adequate to the task of encouraging you and you encouraging them. That's what we're all here about. I've had people drop into my scope and say, whoa, what are you doing? Well, I'll tell you, I thought this whole broadcasting idea was going to be about you know, how I could drum up business for myself as a life coach. And, you know, I don't call myself a life coach anymore. You can see right there on the screen. It's a life fulfillment coach, because if I'm good at my job and I do what I need to do for you, your life will be fulfilled. That's right. Instead of being critical, you can choose to see the best in people. All right, all right. Thank you, Della. I really appreciate that. I'm kind of a new guy, so I need all that. So my encouragement tonight for you, and I started to say that people drop in and they say, what is your scope all about? Why are you here? I started out this whole thing saying, okay, Lord, well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be a nice guy, and people are going to like me, and I went for a walk one day, and that's when the Lord really talks to me, and I really felt him tapping on my shoulder and just whispering in my ear, hey, guess what? That's not how it's going to go. You're not going to get a whole bunch of people to like you and then throw in your line with a hook and the bait on the end and reel them in. No. Let me tell you how it's going to go. This is what he said to me. Let me tell you how it's going to go. How it's going to go is you're going to be the best, most uplifting and encouraging person that I know you can be, that I created you to be. You're going to create a place where people want to be part of a community that's going to help each other, uplift each other, and move on in life, and encourage each other, and build each other up, just like in my word. And then, A.D. Walker in the house. And then what he said to me is, out of this community of people, welcome, A.D. It's good to have you here. You could have been anywhere else, but you come through, brother. Thank you. He said, out of this community of people that you will build, here's what's going to happen is there are going to be some whose hearts I'm going to touch and say, hey, he might have something you need. So being the best that God intended you to be, being the best possible thing because you are the best thing you have, is that all you got? What do you mean, is that all I got? I've got the best thing possible that God gave me, and you know what? That's me. That's me. So if you're having any kind of self-doubt, and if you're having any kind of doubt about your capabilities, you are completely adequate to the task. Let me tell you. That's what happens when God creates something and he gives it to you, and he gave you you. Be the best you can, and you are completely adequate to the task. And I want you to know that. I want you to know that. And if you have any doubt, just ask me. I've got a whole stream of social media over my head here. You can contact me, you can find me, you can email me, tweet me, you can throw stuff in my inbox, you can go to my website at coach90.com. A little bit of a, okay, I can advertise for me. You can go to my website at coach90.com and just send me an email and say, hey, I heard what you said, but I don't believe it. Can you tell me one more time? And I will tell you, you are completely adequate to the task. Amen? Amen? You are. All right. So I just wanted to say that tonight. That was on my heart more than any other 5-step or 4-step or 7-step or 23-step plan that I felt like God might wanted me to tell you about. You can go back to my replays and listen to all those. In fact, the one I did last night, how to go from 10% completion possibility to 95% completion possibility. I was blown away by what the Lord said through me in last night's scope. So check it out if you'd like to. But anyway, I'm Coach Dave. I am your life fulfillment unstuck coach, and you are completely adequate to the task. Believe that, and be blessed tonight. God bless. Have a good evening. Good night.